You're not alone if you've looked around your Kansas City home and wondered, should I just sell this place as is and be done with it? Selling as is sounds really appealing, especially if you're busy, overwhelmed by projects, or just want to move on to your next chapter. In this video, we're going to unpack whether selling your home as is in the Kansas City area is actually smart for you, or if it could end up costing you more than you think. I'm Lettiann Southerland, broker-owner of Lettiann and Associates Real Estate Services here in the Kansas City area, serving both sides of the state line in Kansas and Missouri. I help homeowners all over Kansas City sell with confidence, whether their home is fully updated or needs a little TLC or needs a lot of love. By the end of our time together, you'll know what as is really means in our market, when it makes sense, and when a few strategic tweaks might put more money in your pocket. Let's start with what as is really means here in the Kansas City area. When you list your home as is, you're telling buyers that you're not going to make repairs or updates as part of the sale. You're still required to disclose what you know to be true about the property, and buyers can still do inspections. But you're signaling that you're not interested in a long list of repair requests. For some sellers, especially those with older homes in Kansas City, Prairie Village, Overland Park, Belton, Raymore, or any of the surrounding suburbs and communities here, if you're one of those sellers with an older home, that could sound like a huge relief. The first big question is, does selling as is hurt your buyer? The honest answer is, it depends on your situation and the type of buyer you attract. In many Kansas City neighborhoods, move-in ready homes still pull the strongest interest and the highest offers simply because buyers are looking for turnkey homes. But that doesn't mean selling as is automatically bad. If your home needs major systems work or foundation repairs or full cosmetic updates, the cost and the stress of doing the work yourself might outweigh the price bump you'd get after fixing everything. Where I see as is work well is when a seller is realistic about price, clear about the condition from day one. For example, if you've got a solid house in a great location, but original finishes from the 80s or 90s, pricing it correctly and marketing it as a great opportunity for a buyer who wants to put their own stamp on it can generate strong interest. Investors, flippers, and even some first-time home buyers are looking for sweat equity and actively searching for those types of opportunities on both the Kansas and Missouri sides of the metro. Here's where it can get risky: using as is as a shortcut instead of a strategy. If you price your home like it's fully updated, but you're trying to sell as is, buyers are going to scroll right past it. They're comparing your home to everything else that's on the market. But if your photos and condition and your price don't line up, you'll sit on the market, and that usually leads to price reductions and loss of leverage for you. The other risk is skipping easy, inexpensive fixes that can dramatically change how your home shows. I've seen small changes that make a big difference. Fresh paint in neutral colors, a deep cleaning, decluttering, minor repairs like a leaky faucet, loose hardware, or simple curb appeal adjustments and updates. These are the kinds of things that keep buyers from mentally discounting your home the moment they walk through the door. Even if you decide to sell as is, those quick wins can attract more buyers and better offers. Another consideration is, who are you selling to? Who's your buyer? Cash for home companies and investors will absolutely buy as is, but they're building in their profit, their renovation costs, and their risk. That convenience can be worth it to you if you truly need that fast, hassle-free sale due to a job transfer or an estate situation or a major life change. But if you have just a little bit of time and can handle a few basic preparations, listing on the open market with a clear as-is strategy often nets you more than a quick off-market sale. So how do you decide what's smart for you? This is where a local, boots-on-the-ground opinion really matters. Every part of the Kansas City metro behaves just a little bit differently. What makes sense in an older Kansas City, Missouri neighborhood, for example, may look very different from a suburb or a community in Johnson County, Kansas. The age of your home, the price point, your timeline, and your budget for prep all play a part in whether as is a win or a regret. If you're thinking about selling your home as is anywhere in the Kansas City area, the best next step is a no-pressure conversation about your specific home and your goals. I'm Lettiann Southerland with Lettiann and Associates Real Estate Services, right here in the Kansas City Metro, serving both sides of the state line in Kansas and Missouri. Please visit lettiann.com and use the contact form to reach out. Tell me a little bit about your home, and I'll help you map out whether selling as is truly smart for you, or if a few simple tweaks could help you walk away with more.